Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So the topic we will discuss today it is the uses of the carbohydrates. As a whole, carbohydrates they are the main macromolecules that are found in almost all living organisms. So these are known as the basic macromolecules. As they are macromolecules, so we can use it for different purposes. Now, what are these purposes? Let's have a look on it. As carbohydrates, they are used as the energy source for the body. They can also uplift the mood. They provide the fibers to the body. They helps to sleep better if their amount or their concentration is accurate in our body, then it will help us to sustain a better sleep. On the other hand, it also helps to prevent the diseases. It's mean if any outsiders or the bacterial infection just happen in our bodies, so our body must have some preventions by itself with the help of the carbohydrates, as it provides the energy to our body. So if we have energy in our body, so we can fight with the different diseases by ourselves. On the other hand, it helps to keep the memory sharp. If the concentration of the carbohydrate is high, it means it will help us to sustain a memory in a regular or in a simple, better way. It also prevents the blood clotting. It improves the digestive system and the best nutrients for the athletes. All the athletes, they must need the carbs in a better way for their good or better performance. So all these are main the uses of the carbohydrates. On a whole, our body just needs all the carbohydrates in the form of glucose, in the form of different substances like lactose and glucose. It is the only carbohydrate that is used by the muscles directly. So it is used directly by the muscles for the energy, and it is important to note that the first thing that you just keep in remember, brain needs glucose. So our brain needs glucose as a source of energy for its better functioning, because our brain cannot use the fat. Brain can't use the fat. So that's why for its functioning, it just use the glucose as a main source of energy for itself. After that, we have many functions of the different carbohydrates. So let's have a look on it. They regulate the amount of sugar level. So how much the sugar level is present in our body, it can be measured, as the glucose also provides the sugar, or the low sugar level in our body results in hypoglycemia. If anybody have the low level of the sugar in it, it causes a hypoglycemia. On the other hand, if have one have high sugar level, then it may have diabetes. That is a disease. On the other hand, they provide essential nutrients for the bacteria in intestinal tract that helps in digestion. So if we have intestinal tract and there is a problem in digestion, then the nutrients will be provided by the carbohydrates, and by the use of it, the digestion will be in a proper way. Third one, it is a dietary fiber. It helps to keep the bowel functioning properly. As it is having function in digestion, so it helps in the bowel functioning properly. This means it will not cause the constipation as well as no diarrhea. So for the proper functioning, we need the carbohydrates in a adequate amount. On the other hand, the fiber also helps in lowering the cholesterol level and also regulates the blood pressure or the BP. So the control level of cholesterol is very important for our body's different functioning. On the other hand, it also regulates the regular blood pressure, that is almost 120 millimeter mercury to 80 millimeter of mercury. So 120 is the systolic pressure and 80 is the diastolic pressure. So this is the normal range of the BP in the human beings that is required. On the other hand, carbohydrates also protect our muscles from cramping. This means if the energy is in a good manner in our body, so we will be prevented or we will be have no cramping in our body muscles because muscles gain direct energy from the carbohydrates. Then carbohydrates also works as a source of energy. In which way they may help as a source of energy? So the food containing carbohydrates, first of all, it will breaks down into the simple sugars. Now there are three ways in which these sugars can do the work in our body. The first one, it will be transported by the bloodstream. If it is passing out from the bloodstream, then it will be used as a muscular energy for the body. On the other hand, if it is converted into the glycogen, then it will be stored in the liver for the further use. And the third one, if it is converted into fat, then it causes the obesity. So in these way, we can be able to judge that what amount of the carbohydrates we required. If we are taking an adequate amount, it's mean it will be used by the muscles. And if we exceed to some amount, then it will be stored in the glycogen. And if we have too much or a high quantity of the carbohydrates in our food, then in turn it will cause the obesity and it will be deposited in our muscles and will be changes into the fats. So it causes the obesity. So we required it's just a simple and adequate amount, not too much and not too much low. If we are taking its low amount, then the energy in our body will be low as compared to the normal level. So here the carbohydrates are just required in a proper manner and its level must be proper, not too much high and not too much low. So this was all today's lecture. I hope you guys understand, and if you have any queries, you may ask me about that in the comment section and I will get back to you guys soon. The next topic we will discuss it is the proteins. For that time, you guys keep learning and have a good day.